Go on Cheesemate with me. If you go on her post, Cheesemate with me, she posted the video.
Yeah.
She posted the video.
Tensions is definitely rising. Tea time. Tea time. Tea time, tea time, tea time.
Hi everybody, happy Easter. Welcome in everyone, happy Sunday. I've been seeing there's a lot going on TikTok. Thank you for your heart me's, guys. If you are new here, please be sure to hit that follow button as well as hitting that heart me if you haven't already as well. Everybody, happy Easter. I literally just got home from church not too long ago. There's been so much going on. You look beautiful. Thank you guys. Welcome in. I've just literally been laughing at all of the stuff I've been getting in my messages. There's a lot going on with everything Stella is saying. There's a lot going on with Bri Olsen. She finally got herself a lawyer to fight for custody of Winter. Finally got herself a lawyer to represent her in the case between her and 2K for the custody of Winter. It seems as though a lot of people are saying that her new lawyer is very sharp and is going to use any and every single tactic they can in order to help Bri Olsen. At this point, we all know that I think their case was pushed out a little bit or it's at the end of this month still. I don't really keep track of all that, but there are so many documents getting leaked that were placed into the court system by Bri Olsen's lawyer. All the paperwork has been put out there. I know a lot of you guys tagged me in some videos. A lot of you guys sent me videos of people explaining the court documents that were basically submitted for Bri Olsen. I know that there was a lot of things that the lawyer put in basically about the DV situation between Bri Olsen and 2K. There was a lot in the paperwork basically about all of the TikTok stuff that's gone on. Bri Olsen is still claiming that 2K was involved in that whole skit. The skit, she says, her allegedly taking baby Winter against court orders. But in her mind, Bri Olsen is saying she didn't kidnap Winter because it was her custody time. It was her visitation time. So because she says she's the mother, she is able to take him anywhere. According to the court documents, prior to that time, she was only supposed to keep Winter in Texas because that's what 2K had requested from the court, and they had already accepted and approved that. So when it came to Bri Olsen's time to be with baby Winter, she flew down to Texas, but then she also flew back to LA with baby Winter without 2K's permission, allegedly, which is very strange, but we'll get into that. I just watched the video. She said she borrowed him. Yeah, like, how do you borrow your own kid? That just sounds so disturbing. Bri isn't very bright. She is not very... So the thing is with Bri is she thinks she can make her own rules, and she thinks that she's not going to be held accountable for anything she does that's breaking the court's orders. Now we're going to go from talking about Bri Olsen in the custody. We're going to talk about the MILF house. There's a lot of clips going around proving that the content and the actions of the MILF house are illegal, shady, and they want that MILF house to be a house of women who do prostitution type thing. 2 stories that Check the Stars has said have checked out so far. I can't confirm nor deny the one about Ruby because, like I said, you guys, that's all allegedly. When it comes to the bringing the snow to the house, this and that, that's allegedly. But it seems to be checking out. Now, speaking of Itai, Stella was on live yesterday and the day before, and she was showing video camera footage of the bedroom that she was in. And it's alleged that the reason she left was because Check the Stars was a part of a conversation that there was allegedly 6 guys at the MILF house arranged to do stuff with Stella, and she had no idea. Oh, wait, Stella's here. All right, Stella. Come on up. Hi, girl.
Hey.
We were just talking about all the videos that you showed on live.
Oh, and I have plenty of more. Shit. Oh, so I want to drop something else. Okay, so since Bri want to say I'm not hot and I don't got clout, at least my man isn't y'all in biddies in my bed where I sleep at night. Because when Bri went to go pick up Winter, guess who he was piping down on that bed? Nene. And guess what? Everybody in the house knows. So I know they're not gonna cap and say I'm like Jahil knows, Jordan knows, his girl knows, Mimi knew, Jaden knew, everybody knew.
And is that why she wants them out of the house? Is that what you think?
No, I don't even think Bree knows. Because if Bree would have known, she would have been on that shit real quick. Because she has jealousy issues. She has real bad jealousy issues because she's a cheater herself. So she has a lot of insecurity issues and jealousy issues. So she doesn't know. She probably feels the vibe. That's why she wants them out, because as a woman, you can sense that vibe.
Right.
That's probably why she wants them out.
Right. And I do know that when she was live the other day, Santos was kind of defending Nene, because aren't they now doing stuff together, you said?
Nene's a good girl. But she a little freak in the sheets, okay?
Right. She's the one that was reading the Bible and drinking allegedly, according to Santos.
She's a good girl, but she's freaky, and she's freaky. You know what I'm saying? She's a good girl, but she's freaky. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Long story short, and you know how I knew, is because I saw her come out of the room. I saw her come out of the room in the morning, and Jalil was on the staircase, and Jalil saw. So me and Jalil both were like that to each other.
And so that was when Itai was with Nene.
Yes. And Bree was on a flight on her way back with Winter.
Oh my gosh. And so wasn't Itai the one that brought Nene in, or was it Santos?
I don't know who brought her in.
Okay.
And then guess what? And guess who had to wash Bree's sheets full of Itai's
nastiness,
whiteness, and and Nene's squirt.
You? I would hope not.
Well, I wanted some Chick-fil-A. I wanted to ride in the ATV. So he was like, if you wash these sheets for me, I promise I'll take you in the ATV to go get some Chick-fil-A.
Okay. And then another question I have. I seen videos of Itai in your room. We were just talking about that. Is it true that Check the Stars was what he was saying, that there was allegedly some sort of weird stuff happening behind the scenes that they were trying to plan, and that's why you left?
Yeah, well, Check scared the fuck out of me because I'm sleeping in the bed with my baby, right? I'm sleeping in the bed with Eliana, and I have a nanny cam because in my rooms, I have cameras all in the rooms where I stay.
I love that. I was just telling them I commend you for that, especially for having your daughter with you. That's the smartest thing you did, to be honest.
Yeah, I had 2 cameras with me because I don't play that. So while I sleep, because I want to see everything that's going on.
Of course,
I could be a heavy sleeper. So yeah, there's a video of Itai coming in the room, and he wasn't to give me a blanket or nothing. He came into the room to wake me up, and he tried waking me up twice. And I didn't wake up.
Right.
He just left me. He left me sleeping. Check comes into the room saying, Stella, to try to wake me up again at 6 a.m. I'm like, why is everyone waking me up? Like, I have to sleep. I'm tired. But he's like, I need to talk to you. And he sat down, and then Check started scaring me. He started saying, he wouldn't tell me why, but he's like, you need to leave. You need to leave. I'm telling you, you don't know what's going on. This, that. He was really worried about me for whatever reason. And that, I don't know, something sketchy is going on. There's random people, there's random dudes I've never met. Like, no clout, nothing. Just random straight guys that all looked like Armenian, from a different race. I mean, different culture. Barely spoke English. Outside, lined up in the house. And it looked so sketchy.
That is scary.
At 4 o'clock in the morning.
And that's around the time that you showed that video of Itai trying to wake you up.
At 4 o'clock in the morning. And I have my daughter in bed. So why would you try to take me out of the bed with my daughter sleeping in the bed?
Right. To leave your daughter in that room.
That's weird. So he said to me, I didn't really believe him because it just sounds so fucking weird. So I didn't believe him. So that same day, I was in the OF group chat that they're in. I took myself out of the group chat and I ordered a flight to go home. Now, I've been trying to keep it cute because I've been trying to go back, because my plan, because of all the shit that I heard and all the shit that Bree was talking, my plan was to play the speaker mad loud in the house because I know the code to Bree's room.
Yeah.
because I'm sneaky. I be watching people's shit, putting the code in. I was gonna put the code in Bree's room and catch her in the shower lacking. I really two-pieced that hoe.
Oh.
I wasn't even gonna go back with a suitcase or nothing. I was gonna mollywop the hoe while she was taking a shower, butt ass naked.
And so I know that a lot of people in the comments are obviously saying that they don't understand why you took your daughter there. Do you want to at least just clarify that?
I took my daughter there because the bitch had me saying, "Oh, come bring your daughter here. She's gonna be with Winter. Like it's all cool." Had me thinking it was okay, and it was all cute. That's why.
Okay, because you did get there before Winter, right? So before Winter had flown in, you were already there alone.
I was there alone.
Okay. Okay.
And
Yeah.
then,
See, because I only started watching the stream like just shortly before the whole Winter stuff happened, and I did see that you were there. I seen that you were taking care of Winter, helping her. And for a little bit, she was defending you, and then after that, it seemed like her and Santos started turning against you.
yeah,
And is that because you said? I know that last night you said that they secretly hooked up too. So
yeah, they did.
do you think that's why?
Yes, they secretly hooked up when Itai was sleeping, because that was the morning that I found out that Santos had blisters on his on the hood of his
Is down there.
pecker.
Yeah.
On the hood of his pecker, because they had me all leave the room, and then he had me all leave the room, and I don't sleep. So I'm like, and Jalil knows I don't sleep, because unless I have, pretty much like I'm just up unless I'm like passed out, real tired. You know what I mean? So I was just up and I was just walking around, and then Santos was not in his bed all night, so he didn't go to his bed till like. So he was in the room. Itai was passed the fuck out. Itai would not wake up. Briana had everyone leave the room. There's a couch. There's a couch in her room. So Santos said, "I'm just gonna sleep here on the couch," to try to play it off.
Right.
I left and I looked at the door. They didn't open the door. Nothing. Santos was not in his room. Nothing. And then in the morning before I go to Disney, I see Santos leaving the room. He left the room like in the middle of the morning or whatever, because I woke up for Disney like 4 a.m. to get ready and everything. So, because I wanted to get the baby, to get the baby ready to go to Disney and everything, it takes a long time, and Disney's an hour away. It's far. So I was up early, getting the baby ready, getting everything ready. I see Santos get out the room, go upstairs to the room. And Santos told me, he's like, "Yeah, I just smashed her in the bathroom."
Oh my gosh. And all that is while Itai was in their room sleeping. Okay, so no wonder she has these trust issues like with Itai, because obviously she's on the same level as you just said. I don't know. I just honestly find it really crazy.
She doesn't know, since she's such a baddie. She's such a baddie. How you don't know that your photographer that you got in your house smashed your man in your bed?
Oh wait, yeah, because Santos did say that Nini is the videographer for them, right? Like she takes their pictures and stuff. Ah, okay. So that's why so yesterday Brie Olsen was basically arguing with Santos, saying that these girls were freeloaders and that they are literally just living there for free. But there was a clip of these guys literally trash talking them. I just find it very disrespectful how they talk to the girls, but now I get it.
They're not living there for free because they have them on seeking arrangements, and they're imping them out to clients.
Oh, I know. I seen a video of you saying that. Okay, yeah, go ahead. Because you said that Nini thought she was taking pictures for OF.
She wasn't. She was taking pictures for
that website.
For seeking.
Oh.
And Mia, Jaden, apparently, I didn't know it was Nini too that was on that. I thought she was just a photographer, but they even got Nini on the site. They got Bria, Nini, Jaden, Mia, all the girls that were there. They can't do that with, like, bro, they know better than to ask me nothing, because my sugar daddy's my baby daddy. Be for real. My sugar daddy's my baby daddy. Like, with him or without him or whatever, you know what I'm saying? He has chicken and he gives me money when the fuck I want. Whenever the fuck I want. So it's like, bitch, I never have to ask anybody for food. Nothing. I don't have to ask anybody for nothing unless they offer to me. Hey,
right. No, because I remember you saying that at one point Santos was trying to trash you, like, "Oh, I'm not ordering you food again," and you're like, "I don't need you to order me anything. Like, I got me and my daughter." Is that what you were referring to? Like, oh, like, yeah. Owen will send me money?
Yeah, Owen will takes care of me and his kid. Like the fuck, I don't need no other man to do shit. I don't need to be on no daddy website. I don't need to be doing nothing. I don't need to be at the strip club. I don't need to be with clients. I don't need to be doing none of that shit. My baby daddy got me.
So when you went to the MILF house, like, what was the reason? You were just going there to chill with Santos and basically just being Cali, or was it there? Were you there to like also do the spicy content with Vale and all them, or what? Like, did you just go to just go?
No, I was just going to go and maybe get it like get my kick deal set up.
Okay.
Like, streaming like the setup because it takes a lot of back end work to do that. So I was
Mm-hmm.
like just getting that done
Mm-hmm.
and then keep it P. That's it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Keep it pushing. When I say keep it P, that means keep it pushing. Continue
Right.
on my way.
Mm-hmm. And so I know that there was a phone call that went between Itai and somebody, and it sounded like people were saying it might have been you on the other end of that phone call. I don't know if you remember, but it was somebody on the phone basically saying, "Oh, they set me up with this guy, but I haven't heard anything from him."
That's not me. Nobody will ever in their life set me up with anybody because if I wanted a couple stacks, all I have to do is this. Baby daddy, this is what I need.
Okay.
I have, you know what I'm saying? Like, I
Mhm.
don't need anybody to do anything for me except my baby daddy.
Right. And so I also wanted to ask, so I know that there's been a lot of stuff being said about you because obviously a lot of us were obviously not agreeing with the fact that you brought your daughter there. And I know that you said it was obviously because Bree made it seem like it would be safe for Winter and your daughter to be there together, just hanging out.
Yeah.
But obviously, my personal opinion, I just feel like obviously Bree's whole intention was basically to exploit the kids and get more clout off of that.
And
Do you agree?
to make people to take the heat off of herself and to have someone else look bad and to have someone else like go down for it. And I didn't realize that till later, which is why I wanted to go back so badly because I was gonna catch her lacking because she likes to stand behind people all the time and that's why she runs her mouth. So I was legit either gonna catch her lacking. I was gonna play this speaker on the music super fucking loud and catch her in the house by herself or in the motherfucking shower lacking.
And do you think that I know this weekend, one of the girls looked like she wanted to basically beat Bree up for wanting to kick her out the house. I said to everybody on my live, I know that Bree's all bark. She's not going to fight anybody. Do you agree, or what do you think about that situation?
No, she's scary. She's super scary. So the minute she started talking ish and then she realized I was sending flowers and I was talking to people, keeping it cute, trying to come back, she got scared.
Right.
She got
Because I
scared.
did see that video. You sent Violet flowers, right?
She got scared because Yami, I got on the phone with Yami and I can call Yami right now. Yami can tell you that Santos and everybody in the house was saying that Stella's fucking crazy, that I have loose noggins in my head, and that if I came back, I was gonna drag Bree.
And so that's why Bree told, because I seen Ita saying that he spoke to you and that you said you were coming back.
Yes,
And he said
Ita
no.
was trying to get me to come back. So Bree basically told everybody absolutely not, and she used the excuse that I have no clout and I'm not hot, but she has other girls in there with no clout. She used that excuse because she thought that when she was running her mouth, saying whatever she was saying about me,
Mm-hmm.
that I was gonna be scary. Because I keep it real innocent and cute. Like, oh yeah. Oh. But Santos has seen, and the internet has seen me like unhinged and unwell.
Yeah, I've seen videos of you.
Fucking like tweak. The
Yeah.
internet has seen me tweak. So it's like, because like, I'm bipolar and shit. So it's like I have actual like you know what I'm saying? I'm actually
No, I understand.
Wow.
Everybody has their moments. And so I did see that where it seemed like she was a little scared because of Yami. Was it Yami that was going to square up with her because she just kicked her out?
Oh yeah, Yami was gonna square up.
Okay. And so everybody's obviously been waiting for you to go live. We knew there would come a point where you'd want to at least spill some tea. Of course, I know there's people in the chat who are saying that they don't believe you. There's people in the chat saying that you're lying.
I'm not lied because Star Crunch is another reporter. I think you know who she is. You might know who she is. She was the one who said I told people to make a daddy account, and you have to pay for that on Seeking Arrangements.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, someone's calling me. If you do make that account, you will see the girls' profiles if you put their zip code to where the hills.
I've seen the clips of
So that
their
was true.
profiles. One of their name was Mia on there. Another girl's name was another name on the Seeking website. I seen that.
So that was true. A second thing is true that I have not lied about, and God as my fucking witness. Another thing that's true is that Swish and Bree hooked up. You know how, and my baby daddy's even upset with me because now his friend was texting him and calling him in the morning like, what the fuck? Why did Stella out me on? Because he has a girlfriend. Look, I'll show you the messages. Oh, can I do this? Can I do the green screen on this?
I think you might be able to. I'm not too sure. Also, everybody, if you're new here, please be sure to hit that follow button.
Hold on, let me see if I can do it. Tell me.
So Owen is mad because of the whole situation with Bree hooking up with that guy, and now he looks just a little sus for that.
His girl saw it. That's what he's saying.
Ah, okay.
And then look, hold on 1 second. You can't really see it because it's like, hold on. I said, he's pissed. LMFAO, why did he lie and then say he was single?
Oh.
So that's
And
another
that's
thing.
between you and your baby daddy, right?
Yeah, about Swish because he got in trouble.
Oh my gosh.
And Swish's Easter, his whole Easter is ruined because he had a bunch of plans with his girlfriend, and now his girlfriend caught him cheating with Bree, and now, yeah.
Okay. And so obviously this whole MILF house is basically a house for I can't obviously say the real word, but we'll say fescorting. Is that what that's what I'm taking it up as. I think they're all trying to
I'm going through the hours of footage. Because I didn't realize, because one day I was like sitting there and I was looking through all my nanny cam footage, and literally the girls are talking about how they don't have any of their loggings and how and they have to go on dates, and they don't understand why they're not making money on OF and why they haven't received a check from OF.
Mm-hmm. And I seen that actually. I seen videos of them saying they haven't gotten paid.
Yeah, and why they have to go see clients. Like, they don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
And then they were like, that they have to go see. Can you block this? Phoenix girl is telling everybody that I'm lying. I'm not lying about anything that I'm saying. What the fuck?
Oh, we're in the chat?
Yeah.
It's fine. Just ignore it. It's okay. Everybody in the chat saying something, girl. Nobody's going to be completely positive all the time or have your back all the time. So it's okay. But yeah, like I was saying, I honestly do think that it is some very sus traffic type of stuff happening in that house. People in the comment section also want me to ask about Ruby. I know that you guys were saying there's a lot of snow possibly being brought in by Ruby.
The thing is, though, I don't have
allegedly.
Chuck is saying that I don't have confirmation on that because I was with my kid the whole time, and I was like, while they were partying upstairs, I was downstairs trying to put Eliana to bed with Eliana because I don't leave Eliana when she's sleeping. So like every night on my nanny cam, you see me in the bed with the baby. So I don't know what happens at night when Ruby comes over at night. However, I can tell you that Ruby acts really fucking weird, like mentally not there. Like I have issues. Thank you so much. I have issues like mental issues. So she has it's bizarre issues. Like literally she'll be one way and then she'll be she just tweaks, she flips a coin. So I thought she had just mental issues. I thought that maybe she just has mental issues or whatever. But then Czech was telling me that no, she's serving people. Because it doesn't make sense for a grown woman to leave her 8 kids, come every single night to just still post it up. I also do know that Piano Keys has a severe rug problem. He has a severe rug problem. This boy has he doesn't go a day without it. You know what I mean?
You guys, and by Piano Keys, if you are wondering, it is Santos that is Piano Keys. That's who they call because of his veneers. And yes, I have heard that allegedly he does have
Well,
a severe
it's not
issue.
allegedly. I lived with him for a month in San Antonio. It's not allegedly. It's actual.
And so that does make sense why Ruby would be there now. And did you hear that Yami and Ruby actually got into some sort of fight?
No, it was Bria.
Oh, Bria. Okay.
Yeah, and the reason why everyone's calling Bria like
304?
no, like a Pussy because she didn't
Okay.
say that.
Mm-hmm.
But that's because I don't think she remembers this. But I tried talking to her about it, but she like it's like people are so like they're just. It's because, bro, I understand. Bria cannot go home because she's like she has a traumatizing home. Like I know Bria's story. Like she can't go home because she has a traumatizing home. So she puts up with a lot of abuse. She was at another creator's house and they had her as a servant at the other creator's house.
Okay.
There's a lot of creators that are fucked up and know people just want clout and want to be sold a dream and want to get put on just so they can make their own money and be independent.
Right.
Have them in their cribs like servants.
That's
And
weird.
never, ever, ever put them on.
Or
Ever.
pay them allegedly
Or pay
because
them.
I mean they're
So
claiming
this
they're
is
not getting paid.
yeah, so this is so this is Bria's second house that she's living in where she's getting that same exact treatment. So she's like conditioned to accept bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And I've told her because she doesn't want to be thrown in the streets because she has nowhere to go. Because the place that she does have to go is like very like abusive. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so she's running from one thing and she's putting herself in another bad position.
Pretty much.
Basically.
And but she knows how to square up. She knows how to square up because like her and Nene be at the gym every like they be doing weights. Like she knows how to square up. Like we've talked about this. Like she showed me her stance and everything because I'm very nosy. I'd be like, whatever. People want to say I'm a mean girl or whatever in the house. That's something Yami also said. Oh, no one liked you because you were a mean girl. No, I'm not a mean girl. I'm older. I'm tired. I'm taking care of kids. Like, bro, I'm not on some bullshit. I'm not insecure either. I'm not a fucking little 20-year-old girl that's insecure over the next bitch or what the next bitch likes me or doesn't like me. Like, I don't give a fuck about none of that. Like, I grew up in on the Florida algorithm where there's some real ass bullies. This fucking Santo shit, this is not, that algorithm is weak to me. I really grew up from the Island Boys to fucking algorithm and they're fucking bullies. Like real dog bullies. So that's some weak shit to me. But anyway, she yeah, that's pretty much why she's letting people talk to her shit. Santos told her not to swing back, to turn the other cheek if Ruby did something to her. So when Ruby kicked her, she really didn't two-piece her. She didn't do nothing. When Ruby slapped her, she didn't do shit. Because Santos said that you're going to get kicked the fuck out if you do anything back.
That would be the day. So they are basically putting up with abuse, not getting paid, being mistreated, acting like Cinderella, cleaning their house, washing their sheets, and all for what? For I mean, like you said, these girls don't have a lot of followings on TikTok. They're basically growing followings by being in that house.
Because they don't have their own shit. They don't have like their own fucking condo or their own, like, you know what I'm saying? They don't have their own shit.
And hold on, I know that check the stars. Hold on. You guys in the comment section, please be respectful. I know that all of us have our own opinions and we are entitled to them, but at this point, we're letting her speak what she's stating is her truth. Whether you guys believe it or not, let's be respectful. Please don't spam anything mean in the comment section. Let's try to be at least nice and hear what she has to say. If you guys don't believe her, that's up to you. That's perfectly fine. Hi, Check the Stars. How are you?
Hey, how are you?
Good.
We cool.
Yeah.
I like your platform, but for the
Thank
most
you.
part, she is telling a very big amount of truth, and it's actually raising awareness. I was honestly really proud of her coming out yesterday because most people stay quiet, just hoping that maybe they can come back around and get more clout or whatever. But she went to spilling, and I admire that because there's certain things I had even forgotten, like. Bro, I would hate for my baby mama to go somewhere. I would hate to be Owen. Respectfully. I don't mean that in a bad way, Stella. But if my baby mama had to watch me sleep in a bed with my baby and some girl came in there while I'm sleeping with my baby. Like, that shit, imagine a dude going in on a girl. Like, that shit's creepy to me.
Yeah, it was honestly really scary. That footage, literally, I got the chills because anything.
Yeah, I will show the footage again while Chuck is saying whatever else he's saying. Let me find it.
What's crazy is, like, they had a whole bunch of guys in the lobby. Jordan wasn't there, so you can't say this is true or not. But it was Travis and Santos, like, random ass dudes that don't even really be there. They came over out of nowhere to go party to a club or something. They wanted to go get some punani at a club, for lack of better words. And obviously, they thought it would be funny to prank Stella and get her to come out the room and make it look like these guys were on some kind of contest for her love or something. Because she was under the spell of she's there for clout, you know what I mean? So, God forbid, like, she would have, like, got, you know, something happened to her, like, for real, like.
Right. And her daughter was just in that room. If she would have, like I said before, if she would have left that room, her daughter would have been in that room alone. And what would have been the point of her doing that? For a joke? Because that's weird. At 4:30 in the morning? That's strange. I agree with you. It's very sus. And I do also agree, like I already told Stella, I don't think it was right for the baby to be there. It was definitely Bree's plan just to exploit the kids for clout, which is not okay.
Bree said that he was bringing a blanket. Let's see if there was a blanket, because she loves to
I
lie.
already told you it was a hoodie around his neck, Stella. That was a lie. Look at it real close. That's a hoodie around his neck, fam. And then he picks up the blanket off your face. Look, right here, look. Look real close. Yeah. I don't know, bro, but Stella wouldn't even come wake me up for shit. Like, that's weird. They don't even talk like that.
Yeah, and you were already wrapped in a blanket, so why would you need more if you didn't ask for one?
Someone said I still stay. No. Check came in hours later. I have that footage too. Check came in. He let me sleep because he knows I was sleeping, so he let me sleep. Check said that he stood in the meeting area to just watch my door for 3 hours on his phone. He would not go to sleep. Check was outside because there's a meeting table. Check sat at that meeting table to watch my fucking door to make sure no man walked in my door while me and my daughter were sleeping. Then came into my room at 6 o'clock in the morning and said, Stella, are you up? Are you up? And I said, yeah, I'm up. What happened? I think I was like, Check, I'm trying to sleep. Why is and he's like, I need you to order a flight home today. And did I not order the flight home that day?
Yeah, no, at first she thought I was trying to, like, kick you out or something.
Yeah, I was like, are you just trying to have me, like, why do I have to leave? Like, what are you talking about? I didn't believe him. But then I started seeing how serious he got. I still, to be honest, when I ordered the flight and I went home, I still did not believe him until the cops showed up at the fucking airport. I was like, what the fuck is going on? The cops showed up at the damn airport. I was like, bro, to be honest, because all that shit sounds so fucking weird. Like, normal people don't experience bullshit like that. Like, normal people, like, viewers on the app or whatever, don't experience, like, okay, like, we're content creators. Like, for example, I'm going to use someone's name that's in the chat. Like, whatever. For example, the ones that's talking the most shit, like Phoenix. She's a fucking content creator. She would not be exposed. She's not, she had a clout house and she had creators going in there. I doubt bullshit like that would happen. She's a normal person, like a normal, you know what I'm saying? So when you go there, you're not thinking that. Like, my man had a content house and I was there. It's normal shit. There's content houses everywhere. It's normal shit. You know what I mean?
1 second. I know that you guys in the chat are saying, you're confused. So she's basically saying, she's giving Phoenix as an example. She's saying if Phoenix were to be at a content house, it wouldn't be all this weird shit happening. It would be a normal home where people would create content, make videos, make TikToks. She's saying the house she went into for content was not that. Because these people are not normal.
Yes, I thought they were normal people. Like, normal it's not allegedly. No, it's not alleged nothing. No content house is gonna have you on a sugar daddy website peeing you out to people. No one does that. People don't do that.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think that the whole situation is very sus. It's just weird how everybody's trying to claim that it's only for spicy content, but it's clear that there's more going on behind the scenes.
Yes, and then when Check was so spooked. For this man, he looked like he was white as a ghost.
I
He
literally
looked
said,
white
I
as
have
a
a
ghost.
career, bro. I gotta go. Like, I gotta go. Like, I was like, please get out of here. Like, I was literally begging her to
I
leave.
was like, I cannot leave here until you book your flight. I'm sorry. I'm like, he was damn near about to call Owen. I was like, okay, I'm booking my flight. I'm booking my flight. But I told him, I'm like, can I at least book it for the night? Because I want to take the baby to Disney before I go. Because that was my plan, to take the baby to Disney. So I took the baby to Disney early in the morning, came back, packed my suitcase, and dipped.
But then again, not to be rude, but if you heard that there was some suspicious shit going on, wouldn't your first instinct be, let me take my ass home
She
with
just
my
said she
daughter?
was in denial that I wasn't telling the truth. You gotta understand, everyone was trying to tell her that she was getting kicked out, that they wanted her out. She probably thought that I was just in with the game. I'm not trying to defend her, but it's true.
No,
Like,
no, I get it. I get it. You guys are here to explain both your sides of the story. That's why I figured I'd ask.
I was under a spell myself. So once I really was like out my skin and I had enough, that's when I said I gotta say something to somebody. And the only person that had the brain cells to really understand was her.
Because
Like, none
yes.
of the girls have anything to lose.
Because it really, you have to understand shit, like a lot of shit, people that are not used to like living in a mansion, people that are not used to money, to cars, to clout, all that shit really makes you like, you know,
It gaslights you. It gaslights you. It makes you want to feel like you have it and you really don't. Just because you have access to it doesn't mean you have it, you know? And that's the main thing that they prey on is the look at what you can have. Look at this fast life you can have. In those days between me and you, Chief, they go like this. By the time you go back, it's like, oh, I've been here 4 days. You don't even know. It feels like a day or two. Like, for real. You end up looking back, damn, it's been a week. Those girls end up there for a month. They don't even know they've been there a month.
yeah, you don't even know you've been. The guys talking to the girls all crazy, the guys that are talking to the girls all crazy, don't have shit. Don't have shit for themselves. Don't have shit for themselves. So they're like minions. They're willing to do whatever because they just think that maybe maybe they can stay. Everyone's just trying to stay because everyone really don't have nowhere to go. Me, I wasn't really tripping like that. I wasn't willing to sacrifice my own morals or my own shit, believe it or not, whatever internet persona I portray on the internet, whatever persona I give off on the internet, I wasn't really willing to get down like that because I have my own shit. You know what I mean? I have my own life. I have my own things. I have a man that provides for me without peeing me out, without putting me on the internet. Really, like I do this internet shit because I want to.
So my question is, though, I know that you said you wanted to go back just to basically whoop Bree's ass. But my question is, if all of this stuff was going on, is it worth it to bring yourself back into that situation just to beat somebody up when you know where they shop, where they'll be, where they go, what they do? I don't think it's worth taking yourself back into that toxicity just to throw hands with somebody if
I can actually understand her because if I was trying to get down and prove a point, like I'm gonna give an example, right? I went back to that house because I felt disrespected. When they started lying on me saying I got kicked out, knowing damn well she just showed you the video. So now you know I was paranoid as fuck. I wanted to leave. The girl ended up leaving. She wanted to leave too. She's like, okay, I get it. It's time to go. The point is,
everyone left that same day. Even Mia. Mia dipped that same day. The same check, Mia and me both left the same day.
Okay, and yeah, I haven't seen Mia either. Did she get kicked out?
No, she didn't. Mia was fucking over the bullshit. She's like, I'm not making no money. No one's giving me money. No one, like, we're just wasting time. There's no schedule. There's no schedule for content or nothing. That's another thing. There's no, like, let's wake up today and we're going to go all shoot content by the pool. We're going to do
everything is randomized.
There's no like we're gonna do skits, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. Okay, this is the plan. We're gonna do skits and we're gonna like hold posters up and say, or you could like hold posters up and say, oh, looking, you know, I made 10K on my OF this weekend. Like, you know, things like OF girl does like at other houses, at other content houses, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there was just no routine, no structure. There was nothing.
Absolutely.
And there was no way, if I may add, there was no way to formulate or even try to because Santos is too busy trying to, and I don't mean to like sound like I'm a hater, but for real, Santos is too busy trying to be the center of attention the entire time.
And I've noticed that. I mean, I say it on my
We
page all
mind
the
her
time.
business, right? This is Bree the whole time. I swear, you barely get to talk to her because she's so connected that she's disconnected, right? So that she's disassociated from the real world. If you get around her, if you haven't already noticed, she's disassociated from reality and she lives into this device. So, when a person comes into her life, they're just butting in. It's not like she really gives a fuck. He's just trying to be the center of attention. If anyone steals his shine, he gets jealous and starts
Okay.
controversy.
Okay, but who cares? That's at any creator you go to. Like I've been around so many creators, they're all fucking envious of attention, and they all want clout. They all want all eyes on them. But that's not the point. That's not the point. Even in any house that you go to, there's like from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. we're gonna be doing we're gonna be collaborating from this.
A work schedule, because obviously if you're there to work, there's a schedule and a routine.
Yes, there's a work schedule. There's a schedule of what you have to do.
What
There's
content house you been to?
Me?
my baby daddy had a content house,
What was it called?
Alpha House,
Never heard of it.
because it's on the gate.
Oh.
You're not calling me, bro. I'm on the phone. It's on the gate algorithm.
I got you.
That. Then there's what the fuck? Yeah, that. And they did a girls division. So we also had a girls division too that I helped
The only
with.
reason I asked is like MBM is a mental health awareness group. Like we know that like every freaking Thursday we go on to Dave and Buster's group, all of us. Like we go on to Dave and Buster's. 9 times out of 10, Friday we going out to an event. Saturday we're going out to a club. Sunday we chilling, or Saturday we're going and watching UFC all day. Like we have a program to everything. So like I am concurring with what she's saying. Most content houses or any group of people trying to create content would have some kind of formula. Their formula is more just whatever sticks to the wall, and let's just lie about whatever we can.
They don't have a formula because they're not really there to build girls up. They're not there to build girls up so they can have a platform so they can make money off of them. What they're there for is to sell them to men.
Yeah, of course. At this point, we've already established that it's not spicy content. They're obviously trying to, cause some highway traffic. They're trying to cause highway traffic with these women. And I don't know. In my opinion, I honestly feel like they're just trying to bring in these girls who are unknown and exploit any, whether it's their children or these girls with not a lot of followers. I've said it before. When Bree and Vale were posting those videos saying that they would fly out an unknown girl in order to live this luxury life in a mansion and all of this stuff, I warned all of the people who watch me because I knew that there was very suspicious activity going on before even having to hear anybody's side of the story who was in that house. Because nothing in life is free, you guys, as I've already said. And as Stella said, these girls are going in, they're trying to run from one lifestyle and they're getting brought into another lifestyle. And nothing's free, whether they're having to do sexual things, whether they're having to sell photographs, whether they're having to wash dirty sheets after sexual things have been done on them, they're paying the price somehow. And it's not okay. And I just think it's honestly really disgusting and sad.
And the eviction thing, that's a thing. The eviction thing is one of their content. What is it called? It's not a skit because it's actually happening. It's one of their
days.
Yeah, it's one of their.
That's the one thing that they have, like one of their bits.
Yeah, one of their bits, their content bits. So they will literally on purpose invite you over to evict you so it could go viral.
Okay, so that's one of their little things that they just play off is, we're going to bring you in and now you're getting evicted.
Yeah, and they were planning on doing that to Hannah too if she stayed. That's why they're saying, yeah, stay, because they wanna literally do that to any big creator that goes there and stays because they know it's gonna pull numbers and go viral.
Okay, and now that we're talking about this schedule, their routine, their bits, do you guys think that they are using these rugs in order to fulfill all of these skits, to do all of their content in order to be in that mindset?
No.
I don't get
so,
it.
like, I know you guys, I've seen on the lives the other day, you guys were saying about Ruby coming in with the snow. I'm going to use a little code word just so we don't get restrictions. But I heard you guys saying that Ruby and MJ were popping in and out, and it seemed as though they're the ones bringing in the rugs and the snow.
We were speculating on what they would be there for, correct? Yes.
Right. So I was thinking, do you guys think that the only reason that they're able to do this content is because of
What content? We're going back to that. There is no content, so no.
So they're not doing OF at all anymore? Nobody in the house?
Let me answer. I think the reason they can't get content done is because they're too busy partying.
Mm-hmm.
They're too busy fornicating. They're too busy trying to keep up with their lives.
Because Piano Keys, the only person in the house that I know is an active user is Piano Keys, and that's only because Piano Keys actually has he's actually an addict. Piano Keys.
I've personally seen it.
Yeah, he'll do the letter 8 and then ball.
Mm-hmm.
That in one night.
Okay. And so back to my question, do you guys think that the use of all of those substances is either hindering them from doing this, or it's bringing them more towards the human trafficking, all that stuff?
I think I've never known Santos as someone who trapped out.
Jordan don't do
Let me say this, Chuck, because I lived with Santos for a whole month in San Antonio. I never ever has Santos trapped out a girl. I think he got put on. So now he knows, oh shit, you could trap bitches and make money.
Mm.
And I think he got put on to that. And Santos he's a big addict and he has a big problem. So Santos, like every addict and anyone who knows an addict knows that addicts have broken receptors that don't connect in their brain that prevent them from carrying empathy for others. Addicts will literally steal from their own friend, from their own mom to for their habits.
Right. Yeah, they're gonna try to do their addiction one way or another. Yeah, so obviously we already know that Santos is a follower. He's just trying to clout chase. We've already known that about him. At the end of the day, I'm really not worried about Santos. He's really not even a main character in the MILF house. Like Check the Star says, he's just trying to be in any live stream that he can. I'm kind of more wondering if you guys have any other information on what Jordan and Itai, because clearly they're the ones trying to act like they're pulling the strings in this house. So what are they there for? Are they managers? Are they licensed managers? Are you guys signing NDAs? Any of that?
They're Bree's puppets.
Okay. And so when you say that, how does it, I think that obviously they're using Bree and Vale for their money, of course, because I don't see them, like Check the Star says, nobody's making content. They're all just live streaming. So what's this whole manager stuff? Were they doing anything?
We're gonna do a questionnaire where you ask Stella a question and me a question.
Okay.
Because it seems that me and her don't seem to have the same viewpoint.
We have two different perspectives on it.
Okay, so question number 1, what do you guys think Jordan and Itai are really just there for? Are they there just to help Bree, or are they really managing Vale and Bree and all of these social medias that they're taking the passwords for?
Well, what I know is that Itai is a nerd. So Itai is a big nerd. So if you give Itai a task, you tell him the only one he really listens to is Bree. So because he's getting ass. So that's why he's a nerd. He's finally getting some ass. So it motivates him. So if you tell him I need you to figure out how to figure out to do Kick, and because there's so many different applications and streaming and all that stuff without that. Figure out to do this, or I need you to figure out how to do this, or I need you to do anything
so he's the tech savvy one in the situation.
Yeah. And then I know that Jordan is him and Jordan work on getting all the cars and car plays and all that stuff, getting all that shit. They have their own shit, their own money from that. So then they're just
further explain that when you make that allegation.
What
car plays?
He wants to know, what does he do with the cars? Is he the one that's renting these cars?
We've heard car plays, or are you just going off what people say?
I'm just going off of what I see.
Yeah,
so
you
I
can't
just
do that.
know
You can't do that. You can't just go off what people say and shit like that. You gotta go off
what I see, what I saw.
So when you say what you saw, are you talking about the cars he's randomly bringing into the driveways? The cars that they're randomly driving? That's what you're talking about, plays, just bringing cars in randomly?
Yeah.
Okay.
All different bunch of cars. Every day there's a different car. That's what I see. So that's what I think that Jordan does with That's what I think Jordan does with E-Type, because Jordan's always like saying, oh, E-Type's my 50-50 business partner. So that's what I just think.
Okay, so basically E-Ty's the brains and the tech savvy, and Jordan's basically the one bringing in the luxury cars and the luxury things. Check, if you want to go ahead and answer that question now, you can. Go ahead.
They're 50-50 partners on this entire operation, not some car operation. I don't know where Steven pulled that from. That's why I said, do you have any facts behind that statement? Because I don't know that to be facts. I know that's an internet rumor based upon his father.
Jordan has said it out of his mouth. Jordan has said out of his mouth that E-Type is his 50-50 partner.
I'm saying that, but can I have my time to speak?
Stella, let him talk, and then whenever you want to say something else, we'll just let him finish, just because I haven't seen him really get to answer a whole question.
Oh. So again, like I was saying, they both have some fishy business going on. We can speculate it from what we've seen, but none of us can say that we know anything. That would be a lie. Unless she can say that, that would be a lie. And I'm not going to be coherent. I'm not going to go with that. I'm not doing that. 2, do I think that E-Ty's the brains in tech? Absolutely. I think that Jordan and E-Ty both share a brain. I think both Jordan and E-Ty work together. And when she said that Bree's the head, I believe that that's what it seems like to her, because she wants to obviously have that moment as well. And I see it in her. She tries to do that. But I'm telling you, Bree's just another pawn in a big chess game. Now, I'm not trying to say to feel bad for her. I'm saying the girl don't know what's right from left. She's completely disassociated.
She put them on. She put them on to play. She put them on to plays like the landlord and whatever the landlord. Like she's like, she introduced them to the right people so that they can learn how to do shit. Because why is the landlord? No, hold on, pause. Why is the landlord? Wait, hold on. Why is the landlord coming over to have meetings with you randomly during the day, and you're telling me to hide my daughter and to hide me in the house?
And who told you that? And who told you that?
E-Type!
Not Bree, correct. So back to what I was saying before I was rudely interrupted. What I'm trying to say is that Jordan and E-Ty already knew Danny. They said that to my face. That's how they got the house. It had nothing to do with Bree. I don't know where she's coming up with this story. That's not true. Jordan already had a friendship with him. He's been renting personally for him at $24,000 a month. Okay? That's between them. And the people that went half and half on that was E-Ty and Jordan. That is their business. That's why they say they're 50-50 partners, because they equally put in to get that house originally, to then bring Bree in, to then bring Santos in, to then bring the girls in, to bring the Clippers in, to house the Clippers, to get the Clippers to go ahead and bring chatters in, to have chatter speak on behalf of the women, to run the OF accounts. Like, there's a lot
behind all this.
There's a lot of substance behind this, and we have to do it without being ignored. Okay? I'm going to speak substance and truth when I have receipts. Okay? I'm not going to speak on what I think. I'm going to speak on what I know. Okay? And this is what I know to be true. I don't know that they're doing some kind of car fraud. I know that they have foreign cars. I know that the cars have license plates. I know that they look like they're insured. I know that they look like they're registered. Do I know that for a fact? No, I don't. That's not my business. I don't work for the DMV. I don't know that. Is there new cars coming in all the time? No, that's a lie too. There's the same cars that were there when I got there. Those were the same cars that were there when I left.
Okay. Hey, that's why it's good to ask both of you guys, because you have different perspectives. So thank you for saying that. Now, what's your opinion, Check, on all of these random girls being there? I know that Stella says that, you know, they have nowhere else to go, and
that's what me and her do side up. I feel like these girls are very vulnerable, and I've been there, I've seen it, and by I've been there and I've seen it is I've seen it in other places. I've seen it in other dimensions, in other homes, in other content homes, quote unquote, that do this. And I've seen it since I was 18. Again, I'm 37, so I'm double that age. Knowing this and seeing it, I didn't really readily get it at first, and then I started peeping, and that's when I got scared. That's when I got scared. Literally, as you said, scared.
okay.
That shit is not to be played with. Honestly, it's a hard topic to even be talking about, because there's people that have gone through this or can potentially go through this at any time that want to just get clout and don't even know the half of what she put herself through as a woman, or what any of these ladies are putting themselves through because it's all glamour. It's
Right.
what we all want, right? As a young person, we want to have the cars, we want to be accepted by the cool kids, quote unquote. We're not looking at the repercussion that comes from these actions that we're taking because it's almost like we don't think it's real. You know what I mean?
Okay. And then I have a question. People are wanting to know if you can specify on what you mean by being scared when you were there. They want to know what would scare you as a grown man being in that house.
So the way that everything was being conducted, when you're in a room and there's 6 guys plus 2, that's 7, 8 guys awake, and they're all talking about one woman with a child, I think that might make you shake out of your bones. You know what I mean?
Right. I agree.
Regardless of whether or not me and her agree on certain things about this, we can agree that that girl was not safe. If something would have happened to her while I was there, bro, I wouldn't forgive myself. And it's kind of like what I take with me. Like, I'd rather stay up and not sleep and be analytical and try to get the F out of the situation than to be there when it happens and not be able to do nothing about it. You know what I mean?
I think God sent Check. Like, I think literally God sent Check because I thought he was ODing and he was just bugging out for no reason. And it really took me like going through hours of my own footage to be like, what the fuck? To hear conversations and shit. Really,
I just honestly think that, long story short, the whole house is just unsafe. I've warned girls before not to communicate with Bree, Vale, any of them. But now that I'm talking about Vale, this question's for both of you. Just let me kind of get throughout the whole question, and then if you guys can answer. Do you guys think that since Bree brought Vale in, she kind of wanted her to get PIMP'd? Because I know when she first brought Vala in, it was under a lie saying that she was going to be a quote unquote bottle girl. And now she's on OF. She's doing chatter bait or whatever. What do you guys think about that? Stella, do you want to go first?
I think that what I feel like is any vulnerable girl that has been through shit, has trauma, and is just looking for somewhere safe to go.
So now that I play this back, if you guys remember, Vale went on a date and came back with roses. Now that it's playing back in my head, Vale said, I got a date. And she came back with roses. And Jordan threw them away, right?
Right.
My thing is, as a man with money and a platform, I would never let my woman leave with another man for a date.
Anywhere.
So, first I wanted to say to your answer to your question is, I don't believe Jordan would do that to Vale. Be honest, I was gonna say that. And then it clicked in my head right as I said that. Wait a minute. He did go out on a date. And she was given roses and he did freak out about it. You know what? I think she's going to shake out of that on her own. But it's unfortunate that it has to be said this way. Like I told Stella when I was trying to warn her, she didn't believe me. I think it has to come from the person, bro.
Yeah, I honestly think that Vale was brought in basically to make money. I don't think that Vale was there to be any type of bottle girl. I think that Bree, I know, Check, you say that Bree is kind of in a fog and she's kind of being...
I think she knows what she's doing. Don't get it twisted.
She knows exactly what she's doing.
Girl, I agree.
That girl is analytic. That girl is really up to no good. Like there's no soul in there.
No, I think that she's definitely premeditated. I think she's seen a vulnerable soft spot in Vale. We can't forget that Vale has 2 young children. She's going through something with her baby's father.
Been through a lot of trauma.
Yeah, she's been through a lot of trauma. And like Check the Star says, you see this mansion, you see these cars, a lifestyle, or Stella, which both of you said. You see this lifestyle and it you know, it's kind of like you see the stars in your eyes and you give up everything for that. I do notice that lately I don't see any pushing of the OF anymore when they go live. So I do understand where you guys are coming from, saying there's no schedule and there's really no content being
You want to
made.
know why the
Can
AI?
I say something though before we leave this topic? Can I just say something?
Mhm.
So, okay, Bree's lost in the sauce, right? There's no soul in there, so she don't remember. She don't remember what it was like to come up because she's already up and she's already lost in the sauce. So she don't know what it's like to really like have nothing, leave your home, try to make it in LA or try to make it somewhere, or she doesn't know that feeling of, she's numb to it. So she don't know that feeling of, oh, seeing these men you probably don't even want to see them, or doing shit you don't actually want to do.
Right.
So
'cause
for
she's been
her,
there, done that.
but Violet, she knows what it was because it's more recent. She had nothing. She had nothing before.
Mhm.
So for what I'm confused is, why are people so comfortable kicking out these vulnerable girls that have nowhere to go? And you're forgetting where you came from. You're forgetting how you came up. You're forgetting where you're come from. Why is it so easy for all these vulnerable girls for you to open your homes, make it seem like you're going to be there for them, and then really turn your back on them? I felt some type of way because I opened up and I talked to them about my situation, and I don't have a bad situation like that where I don't have a home or nothing like that, but I have my own postpartum issues with you know what I'm saying, where I feel stuck and like I want to make my own money and I want to be more independent from my baby daddy, but I didn't, if it was really just beautiful and like God sent, it would be like this. It would be like, okay, Stella, you want to be independent, you want to make it on. Okay, let's put you on. Let's sign a contract. Let's make you some bread by giving you a platform where you can grow, you can be your own person, make your own money, and then you could go back to your life. You know what I'm saying? And then come back and forth. But it's not like that. It's not like that. It's like you have to sacrifice everything for nothing. And at the same time, if you don't sacrifice everything for nothing, you're going to be thrown out in the dirt. And it's like, you don't remember where you came from. You don't remember how it felt to have no freedom or have nothing, or you don't remember the struggle. You don't remember none of that. You're just jaded to everything.
And you just feel like that's what Val is doing.
I jeopardized my own career by being on this platform advocating for this, but I can't sit by and not advocate for what's true. Like, this
It's
is
like,
exactly the music industry. This is exactly the modeling industry. This is exactly what the industry is about. It's about preying on who doesn't know what and who knows what.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, that it's not new. It's not. I don't know if she has a personal vendetta with the MILF House or what, but this isn't just about the MILF House. This is a worldwide thing that's happening. Not national, worldwide thing that's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Here.
And like I said before, just to play off of what you're saying, Chuck, it's not just the spicy content, you guys. It's not just them being in this house, being mistreated by these men, being put against one another, because obviously we can see that these women are all being put against one another. They're all being seen as competition by one another, which can cause any type of turmoil. But this is going towards, like I said, we can't say the real words, but highway traffic. It's giving that, you guys. These women are being placed on dates with strangers for money, and we all know that that can turn very sick, and it is sick already. I'm pretty sure that they weren't brought in being told that that's what they were going to do. That's my belief.
They were probably thinking that, all right, so what a lot of the agencies do is they optimize and again, I'm jeopardizing myself, but a lot of these companies optimize your net worth when you are an OF creator. For example, guys, it's really hard for guys to get in unless they have clout that brings other young ladies into the agency.
Mm-hmm.
Understand it. Now, if you have a woman advocating for these recruits that you're recruiting, these women, what they do is they bring people into the agency provides chatters, and next thing you know, you're talking to men. And all right, there's a time span. If I'm HORN, whatever the word is, if I'm feeling that way, and I want to go subscribe because I'm not getting any attention right now to a certain girl, I only have a few minutes before I get tired of looking at their pictures. I want to talk to them. And if they don't respond within that certain amount of time, it's likely that I'll go to the next one. So the chatters specialize in locking in. If they see a new subscriber, hey baby, how you doing? They send out a little bait picture, they get you right back, and now you're talking to them. That's what a chatter does. 99% of the time, you're not even talking to that person. You're talking to a guy. But the consumer doesn't know that.
Right.
Part of the game.
You know what's funny with Travis? Travis was like, he pulled me aside. He said, "You don't know what this is. It's not really what you think this is. You need to go now." He's like, "I'm trying to help you out."
And Travis is their cameraman, correct?
No.
No, Travis is another recruit.
Oh, okay.
Travis was the one who was telling me you don't know what this
He's
is.
the one that fought Chris originally.
Okay.
I think he fell in love with my daughter's cuteness, and he looked at my daughter's like innocence and like me and like as a mother, and that's why
Dude,
I
didn't
kept.
like you. I don't know what you're talking about. He talked shit about you the most. I don't know where you're at with that, but no.
Then why would he want me to? Why was he telling me
He didn't want you
that
there.
it's not safe?
He was the main one instigating that you needed to go. That we don't. He doesn't know why you're there. That you're a cloud chaser.
There are, yeah, I can second that. I did see a couple of clips of Travis trash talking you.
Why was he? He was literally saying. He was literally saying. He pulled me aside and he literally said,
because they wanted you out. I just told you.
But
And I
you're
mean,
saying that it
Stella, we
wasn't
really
safe
can't
either.
say that either if they did or didn't want you out, just because they have you know, even if somebody does like you, maybe he was looking out for the fact that your daughter was in that house and he sees what
Or
happened
looking out
there.
for himself because the baby was in the house and he wanted to get it was bringing too much cheat. Let's clock it.
Right.
No,
That-
it
I agree with
wasn't.
It was.
Winter was there. Winter was there, and
Winter
Winter was
long
bringing
gone
so
after
much
I got
food.
there. I got there within 12 hours. That baby was gone, and you were back with your baby. They wanted you gone because you had the baby. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah. I kind of agree with him.
They seen you as a flight risk, Stella.
There's a minor in a house with a bunch of adults making or not making content. It just doesn't look right. And so, I mean, I can agree with what Check
So
is saying.
okay, so you're telling me, Chuck, that if there's literally shit going on behind the scenes, right? If there's shit going on behind the scenes that you peeped, that you scared me about, wouldn't Travis know? So wouldn't if
No.
Travis? So Travis wouldn't know the shit that you know.
He would know more than you.
He would know more than you. Okay, so he would know more than you. So you're saying that Travis is a completely bad guy? Wouldn't he be like, "Oh, it's not safe for you to be here," because he literally pulled me aside and said, "You don't know what's actually happening here. You need to go with the baby because you don't actually know what's going on here."
Whether he had good intentions or bad intentions, I'm glad he said it to you.
Right. I agree.
That's not for me.
He literally said that to me the day I was leaving too.
I agree. I mean, whether it was good or bad intentions behind it, whether he just wanted you out or whether he was protecting himself or the baby, we have to commend him and Check the Stars for warning you and getting you out of there. My personal opinion is my opinion is if there wasn't a second get the hell out this house after Check told you, you would have stayed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say. And Chuck, it's getting me mad because you're just cutting me off. Like you're cutting me off. Like it's my actual experience. It's my perspective. Like I'm a girl that didn't think anything was wrong. And I have two people telling me something. I'm like, what the fuck? And I have my kid here. So I'm like, okay, let me just dip.
But Stella, you need to realize these are two grown men coming to you before all the women in this house.
That's what I'm saying. Now you know
obviously you kind of need to sit back and realize that these two guys were willing to protect you before the other women in that house who were trying to befriend you.
That's why I wanted to fuck bitches up. That's why I wanted to fucking throw hands. That's why I was dropping off my kid. That's why I told my kid, bro, have this Easter weekend. It's a perfect play. Take this Easter weekend. You go see the family. Baby daddy go take the baby, go see the family. I was gonna clip these nails, put my hair up, and have my bitches down the street and really pull up and really get in the fucking mud. Ho, don't play with me like that. Don't play with me like that when I got my kid there, because I will really go. I will take a bitch out for my fucking kid. Don't play with me like that.
Right, but then Stella, I understand it pisses you off that they played you, but then also you need to take accountability because you did bring the baby there yourself. So
yeah,
I mean,
I did.
You can still want to do what you want to do to Bree, and you still can catch her lacking, catch her face to face, whatever you want to do. But also, we all need to take accountability for things we did. Of course, you were allegedly swayed into bringing the baby there because Bree thought it would be cool to have both the kids there. But ultimately, you are her mother.
Who said that? Some people were saying don't bring the kid back. So was Travis.
Who was saying that? Bree was not saying that. Bree told me to bring the
No, he said Santos and Travis.
I remember when I got there, everyone was telling you not to bring. I didn't even think you were gonna bring your child. I ain't gonna lie. Whenever you left, because you left and you came back the next day, I was like, what the hell?
Santos said don't bring her.
Yeah,
Santos did not want her in there.
I know. Neither did Travis. That's why I'm throwed off. I don't know. I think people really didn't want the baby there, and then once the baby was there, they capitalized off the baby being there, and then seen it as a flight risk. I don't know.
I
The whole
agree.
thing is weird. The whole thing's weird.
I don't know why. That's why I was weird about. I was like, oh, Santos, you're just being a hater because Santos flew me and the baby out when Shotty Bay was there. When Shotty Bay was there and he had his own fucking house. He had his own fucking house in San Antonio. He flew me and the baby out. So this is not the first time I go somewhere with my baby. I usually have my own crib, my own shit. And when I was with my baby in San Antonio, he had an Airbnb. I had my own spot, my own room. Nobody was like, I thought it was gonna be like that. You know what I mean? Nothing went down. Nothing was wrong. I'm my own.
Like the first thing Stella did was clear out an entire room, and she was like, "Check, you're gonna have my back," and I was like, "I mean, sure, but it's not really my place." Like I just got to know her for real. I was like, sure. And like she cleared the whole room out, and then Chris and no Travis and Santos came in there screaming at her, but she was like, "Dude, like I need a TV to watch YouTube with my baby." Like that's
Oh, I remember that. I seen clips of that, and then they ended up putting her in like the theater.
no, They bowed down. They bowed down. They gave her the room.
I don't fucking play because I was not letting up. I said, oh, you said what? You said I can't be here? Oh, well, I'm here. My suitcase is getting unpacked. My kid's right there. You're not touching my kid. You're not moving my kid. This is my fucking bed. Thank you. Get the fuck out.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I agree with what everybody else is saying. Obviously, this whole situation is just very messy, very scary. I do understand that you have some sort of anger towards Bree and the whole house just for being messy. And like, I honestly think, Stella, it's not worth the fight. You already left the house. You already made whatever mistakes you made by going there, and now you feel whatever way you feel. And hey, you're able to feel that way because you lived that. But I think, in my personal opinion, you're a grown woman. You got out of there. Your daughter's safe. It's not worth catching a case. It's not worth stooping down to that level of even confronting Bree in that way, you know?
So I'm just going to catch her when she's in Miami then. How do we do that?
Hey, whatever you feel is best for you. But I think at this point, just focus on you. I know that you said you have a lot going on with
my whole
you
family now,
and the baby.
My whole family now want to drag the hoe. So how about that?
Hey, if that's how you feel, like I said,
in Palm Beach, bitch, you finna get
I
dragged
think
either way.
as an adult, you should definitely just sit back, focus on you, the baby, your situation with Owen, because I know you said you're not truly fully happy yet. Just focus on you. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think giving anybody the energy you're giving over that situation it's over. You know, speak your truth.
When I say I'm gonna catch her, I'm gonna catch her, bro. I am not playing. I'm not letting up.
Can I say this though? If you're gonna do it, can you not do it like the Ash Trevino haters and like try to publicize on it and make it all fake and skit like if you're gonna do it in a way where, you know, like, I don't know, don't make everything seem so fake the way they do. Because at this point, I know that people are saying
you think her little two girlfriends or whatever girlfriend want to step up for her is really gonna do something, baby?
Hey, I don't know. We already seen fights take place at the MILF house between guys.
That's some light shit. That's some light shit, bitch.
Okay.
You don't.
Well, do you guys have anything else you want to say on the whole situation?
If you have any questions for me, I got a lot to say, but if you have any questions, I can answer.
Hey, you can talk to him on private. I'm gonna go get some dinner. Thank you for your time.
Okay, Stella. Bye. Take care, girl. Bye. All right. So check. I do know that you said you have a couple things to say. I really don't have that many questions. But you can go ahead and basically tell me what you experienced there, what you seen there, whatever works.
I ain't gonna say too much, but I'll say what I do need to say. And the reason I don't say too much is because sometimes you gotta keep a loaded gun somewhere, if that makes any sense. They keep on TikTok, they have like water balloon guns and stuff like that. Anyways, so sometimes you gotta keep some balloons laying around just in case you gotta have a water fight. But I'll tell you this, for anybody watching this that doesn't understand, I advise you look deep into this because it is real and it's very likely that you could fall prey to people like this. If you find yourself, ladies, if you find yourself vulnerable, feeling alone, or like you want to go hang out, and you end up meeting some guy that says these words, "I can change your life. Let me do this for you. don't listen to anything that he has to say after that.
Mm-hmm.
Because ain't no man can do nothing for you that God can't do for you, lady. That's what I do have to say. And for any young, vulnerable women and any young, independent women, because it's the same for both, same thing for men. All in the like, I fell for the same trap. Even though I have clout, attention, money, whatever, I still fell for the same crap.
Mm-hmm.
All right? Now, just understand, there's nothing that we could have done. All we could do is raise awareness.
Right.
Do I agree with everything that's being said? No. Do I agree with everything being done? No. Do people agree with me? No. But we could agree to disagree. We could agree that this is a horrible place and that you would not want your children there. You would not bring your 19 to 21-year-old daughter there.
Hell no.
You would not, and I only say that because a 19 to 21-year-old doesn't have the experience of life to understand yet.
Right, right. And that's valid. Like I said, she's young and vulnerable. So, yeah.
But if you do ever want to talk to me, I've followed you for a long time.
Okay.
If you ever want to talk to me, just add me, bro. We can talk or hit me up.
Okay.
But yeah, there's a lot that goes into this.
It is.
And you asked me about Jordan, I wanted to answer this. I don't believe Jordan is that bad of a guy. I think he's just trying to do anything he can, and he's stuck with the Itai Santos Bree conundrum.
Mhm.
Like he's trying to fit in.
Right.
In the clout world. I think he's more of a businessman without a business license. We get it.
Yeah.
Thanks for your question. I don't believe he has a business license. I can't say he does.
Right.
But he's trying to do something. Look, I hung out with the guy. I feel like he's a nice guy trying to do something. Every nice guy has their flaw. We get that.
Right.
But I think he's trying to do something and it ain't working out for him. So he's falling into his own trap with the other people around him.
Exactly.
That's that shit that I believe. I don't believe that he's malicious. I believe that he's just letting it go and now it's becoming what it is.
Right. And I've said it before. I feel like Jordan is probably one of the few in that house that has a good head on his shoulders, as in smart. But of course, they're just not using their smart brains in the best of ways. Unfortunately.
And playing dumb only gets you so far.
Exactly.
Eventually,
And
you realize you're not really that dumb. So it's
I
like-
know a lot of people are asking before you get off. Is there any other thing that I know that you were present for the fight between Mop and Chris and all of them. People are wanting to know what happened with Mop. Because I know the video you posted, I seen it on your YouTube. You can only really see Chris.
So, as I've said since the beginning, I wasn't involved in the fight with Mop.
Mm-hmm.
As I said from the beginning, and people didn't believe me. I was the last one out the door. People say, why didn't you jump in? Why didn't you fight? If I would have jumped in, y'all would have called me way worse words than anything because it was already happening.
Right.
The fight was already happening. So if I would have fought Chris while he's down, because that's what I came out to. If you see me walking out the door from the beginning of the clip.
I did, yeah.
I came out the second I started hearing the screaming. I'm like, what the hell? I'm sleeping in the theater room, so I'm already downstairs. By the time I'm waking up drowsy, I'm like, what the hell? I grabbed my phone, I'm walking out the door. I was like, oh shit, they squabbling. I thought it was the girls.
Right. I thought the girls too, because in one video you can see that the girls were in the corner swinging. So I wasn't sure if they were fighting Mop. I wasn't sure what was going on.
I thought it was the girls. I didn't see Mop. I'm still standing strong on what I'm telling you. I didn't never seen Mop.
Mm-hmm.
Only time I've ever seen Mop was around Toxic way back in the day. I have never seen Mop in person in California.
Okay.
His eyes never met mine. My eyes never met one part of his body. I didn't see him. He didn't see me. You could ask Mop. We did not encounter each other in any way at all.
Right. And I know I seen a clip of you guys calling them. Why were you guys, I know you and Santos, there was a clip of you guys calling and calling.
I'll explain that. I'm so glad you asked that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so here we go. A lot of people like to say I instigated the fight.
Mm-hmm.
I fed into it.
Okay.
Guilty. I fed into it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Tomato, I'm still at fault. 2, Santos and Chris kept the chain going.
Right.
Did I entertain it? Yes. Did I start it? No. Who came to Cali?
They did. Mm-hmm.
And what did they say we're coming to do? I'm just saying. I
know. They went looking for what they
have
had
to take accountability.
Mm-hmm.
Once they touched down and they posted their little sign at Warwick saying you have the location,
I agree.
dumb old me went to oh yeah, Pussy, because my chat started saying, oh, they said they dropped their low. Why don't you pull up to Warwick? So the prideful me said, oh yeah, you think you're, and I'm on live still.
Right. No, I
And
seen the live. I seen where you were like, oh, you guys think you want to play games, like, so let's do it. No, I know.
So I got pushed into that. I'll admit, I can't say I got pushed into that. I'm trying to take my accountability. My pride took the best of me,
And you did it.
and I did it. And I made the call several times until they answered, and it wasn't even mom. It was a third party.
Oh,
And
yeah,
I
yeah.
said-
Because I heard somebody in the clip saying, I don't even know you. Why are you calling my phone? Okay.
And I said, you're a Pussy. Now, push come to shove. Santos went in the room with a girl that I don't even think is there anymore.
Okay.
But he was with a girl, and I don't know what happened behind closed doors, but he was with a girl with a door closed. And I couldn't go back there to talk to said girl or him because they were back there. Now, I take my butt to sleep. While I'm sleeping, I guess, not Jordan, Santos and Chris were contacting each other
Arguing.
because Chris, too different, said, y'all went all the way out there and didn't do nothing.
I seen that
He's
video
about to
too.
break the whole computer.
I
So
seen
now
that too.
you got a man in Florida telling two grown-ass men, y'all took a whole flight, both of y'all duck boys, and didn't do nothing.
I seen that. He was pissed.
Y'all ain't pulling up. He was mad. So the pride in them got the best of them, and that's why I respect Chris. Chris was like, bro, you know what? I
Yeah,
let
everybody got dragged into the situation because ultimately that was between 2K and Bree, and everybody else got dragged in.
There you go. There you go. Thank you.
Right.
That's what it boils down to. And everybody wanted to stand up for something.
Stand up for somebody, basically.
That's what it boils down to. And you know what? I'm glad. Let's just say this. I'm glad that nobody really got hurt. Yeah, did Mop pull his shoulder out and got a pink pals? Did Brass Knuckles come out? We know that now. All this stuff came to light. But at the end of the day, what if
Somebody really got hurt.
would have gave him a concussion? What if, dude, I'm not telling on nobody because we've seen it. They have poles inside the house, like, and I mean actual poles. So, with that said, what if somebody would have got legally whacked? And we're just TikTokers.
Or
Like,
did you see? And of course you've seen in your YouTube video when Chris is backing up from them, he almost falls down that flight of stairs on the neighbor's house. If he would have
he
fell
caught himself.
and hit his head,
He cracked his head. Yep.
that was my
Right.
first thought when I seen your YouTube video.
Yep. I know. I lived that for a good 2 weeks holding on to that footage. I went to my mental health awareness team, Shawnee, and we spoke out on this. I brought it out that he did get jumped, if you were to call it that, because they were throwing powder puffs. And even Shawnee brought it out. But I said, I'm not releasing this footage, even though people kept begging me, because one, I'm not a snitch, and two, it's not my place. But if they come shooting at me, I'm shooting back. What did they say? They lied and said publicly, he told me that he waxed Aaron Carter. Now you're playing with me, bro, on a Good Friday, bro. You playing with me, bro. So what did I do? I made it evident. And then today I called him out on it. I don't know if you caught that live.
I didn't. I was at church.
I was on live with Santos, and I asked him, why did you lie? Well, I was on live with Jordan, and Santos in the back. I said, why did you lie? You talking about you gonna sue Stella for defamation, so why did you lie on me? He was stuck. He went to bantering about something else. I said, as I said, why did you lie? He couldn't stand 10 on that. Why I'm telling you this is because he impacted my mental health, and I said, you know what? Time to fire back. And that's when I called Chris, because what's important is who the video was about.
Right. And I remember you saying that you didn't want to put it out without Chris knowing because of what happened to Chris in the video. I did.
Correct. So me and Chris made peace for not to be friends.
Right, but because you were being real. Because I seen in your video he commented and he was like, finally somebody's putting out the truth. So
yeah, and then to be funny, I put the song behind it, which I thought that's a little sprinkle of check
your
on
little
top of
diss
it.
track. Yeah.
Yeah, that was my little troll part, a little check. It wouldn't be controversial if I didn't have me. A little adobo on there, and it became a funny. And then I have to go over the top. It wouldn't be Check the Star if he didn't go over the top, and I went and copyrighted music.
Yeah. Well, you know, at this point, I'm honestly glad that you took your accountability for that situation because, like you said, you are a grown man, and we've all got pulled into situations that we shouldn't have been at. And like you said, Stella shouldn't have been there from the jump. Everybody just shouldn't be there, but they are. One thing that we can take from this whole live, like I said before this house even was created, anybody who's young, old, anybody who's enticed by this lifestyle that Bree, Vale, Stella, Bria, Nini, anybody in the MILF house is portraying, please stay away from them. Like I said, when Brie and Vale were offering that free trip to the MILF house, I literally explicitly warned you guys and posted a video on my page that is still up saying, please do not contact them. I still remain on that. Do not contact them. This is an unsafe situation. We've seen things like this all over the news. They have just not gotten
Did you
caught
see
yet.
the documentary? I hate to disrupt, but did you see the documentary on Netflix about the TikTokers that were put inside of a home and they were forced to do X, Y, Z and they disassociated from their family?
Yep.
This is exactly that. If nobody has seen that, this is exactly that with a little pizzazz of making you do things in the working world, in the SEX working world, in the road, you know,
Right.
but not literally in the road, in a more modernized way, in a digitalized way.
Right.
And your bigger guys, your big tippers, we want to give them a little bit of inclusion, if that makes any sense, guys.
Right.
But they want you to reset whatever. Well, I don't think I've said anything. I barely even curse, but
Yeah, no, it's okay.
I appreciate you giving me a little
Yeah.
different platform. I mean, a bigger, different platform to speak on this, because this
Yeah.
is something I bring awareness to.
Perfect. Thank
And
you so much for coming up too. And
but look it up, guys.
yeah, no worries. And like I said, thank you for being, speaking your truth. I know, like I said before, when Stella was up here, people were saying she was lying, this, that. All of that we heard today is up to our own discretion. We're able to believe whatever we want to believe, you guys. They spoke their truth, and we can just commend them for taking their accountability and for even coming up and speaking on the topic that we've all kind of wanted an insight on. So thank you for coming up. I'll probably reset just in case, but like I said, I did send you a follow, and if you ever have anything else you want to say, feel free to come back up.
I do. The time will come. Remember that.
Alrighty, bye. Take care.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.